Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back once again. It's me, MOLT. Super stoked to be here with you guys today. We've got something fun to kind of talk about. Okay, so as many of you guys know, as well as the team, they said that they feel like they really missed the mark with this last update. And so it's gotten me thinking as to what I personally believe would be good and beneficial and progressive for the game. You guys will have heard some stuff that I said earlier on about Clan Wars 2, how, to me, it seemed like it wasn't what people ordered. I made the analogy of you go to a restaurant and you order a steak, and they bring out their best cooked chicken. Like, it's really, really well made, and you're like, yeah, I mean, that chicken looks good, but I ordered a steak. And to me, that's kind of how this felt. It's like, yeah, Clan Wars 2 is good, it's new, it's fresh, but to me it didn't seem like what the game ordered or what the community ordered. And maybe that could just be me in my casual goofy community. I don't know about the pro community and all that. I'm just speaking from my perspective. So that was kind of my view of it. And so today we're going to talk about a couple of things that I think would really, really help the game out. And I want you guys to comment down below anything that you feel could really, really move the game forward into a new direction. New isn't bad. New doesn't mean that we're completely changing the game, but there is progression. Like, you see that with a lot of sports. Obviously, you don't see that with chess. A lot of people use chess as an analogy, but, like, all games aren't chess, okay? I'm talking about lots of different games that have, whether it's sports or games that have kind of just moved forward and added fresh new things that actually change the game, but still give you remnants of the game before that you fell in love with, you know? And so one of those things I think, and this is not my idea, I've seen this before, but I really want to talk about it and kind of just mess around with it. So here you guys can see that I've got the arena pulled up, okay? And you can see that there's some bad Photoshop jobs. I can move towers around and all that kind of jazz in here. So one thing that I think would make the game super, super fun is if on, let's just say this back half, okay? So let's just say on this back half of the map, you can put your towers wherever you want to. But here's the thing, okay? The path would probably stay the same, I imagine. I don't know if it would change, or maybe you can change a bridge layout too. Like, let's do that real quick. So let's say that maybe you could change a bridge layout too. So we'll just copy this real quick. And let's, like, just imagine if you could add another bridge with a path or something like that. Or you could delete a bridge. Like, let's just say that no matter what, you have two bridges, okay? And you can choose where those two bridges go. Let's say they're both next to each other like this. And then the entry, well, I guess that would make it difficult for the opposing team wherever they had their bridge. So maybe you wouldn't be able to choose the bridge layout. I do think that'd be pretty cool if you could, but that would definitely be a lot more difficult of something to control. So back here on the back half, let's just say that I wanted to take my king tower and throw it back here in the corner. And let's say that I wanted to put my princess tower right here, and then I wanted to put my other princess tower right here, okay? So here's one thing about this is, oh, well, I guess maybe I wouldn't be able to put this here because of the back half or something along those lines. Again, this is me just kind of thinking about something that I think would be pretty cool. Maybe it's not back half. Like, I don't know, maybe it's the back 3/4 or something, just so you can't put one across the bridge so that it takes stuff out. I don't really know. But this just looks so freaking cool to me, thinking about throwing your towers into one corner and that completely changing the way that it interacts with decks. So say somebody's playing Hog Cycle, or say somebody's playing Log Bait, they would get owned with this deck with that Goblin Barrel. That Goblin Barrel would die so much faster, but they could rock it, like, you might even be able to rock it right here. You might even be able to rock it like right here and tag all three of those. Who really knows? But I just, like, thinking about it, there's something about Clash of Clans that's really cool to me. I always loved building bases. For those of you that have been following me for a long time, you know how much I loved building Clash of Clans bases. I absolutely loved it. I feel like that really challenged my mind. I wasn't the best attacker. I just did Barch, but I loved building bases. Imagine your tower layout here. Like, you could be so smart with the way that you locate your towers and everything that it could just completely change the game. Like, maybe you could bring one of the towers over here just to protect from this way, because somebody could build up a massive push on this side. And just like as there is now, if you don't have a if you're missing a tower in a certain area, these squares right here become open. These squares right here become open for people to drop units off in. So let's just say that you would continue to I don't know, maybe bring these right here so that they could never drop on your side. Even if like a tower goes down, they might be able to drop off in these, but like it creates some sort of barrier against stuff. But like even something like this, like it just seems like this would bring people back to the game. I don't know if it would make them stay, but this would bring people back to the game. Clan Wars 2 isn't going to bring anybody back to the game. And obviously that might be a little bit of an exaggeration. It could bring some people back, but people who had Clan Wars 1 and then left for reasons unrelated to Clan Wars aren't going to come back for Clan Wars 2. You know, because it's unrelated. Now, people who were hardcore Clan Wars 1 and got really annoyed and came back, yeah, they might come back for Clan Wars 2. Something like this would bring anybody back to the game. They would just want to try it. They'd be like, yo, what? I can put my tower wherever I want to on the back 3/4? Are you kidding me? Like, showing the fact that you could place, like let's just say we do it. Obviously, that wouldn't be the best idea because of the King Tower. But, I mean, you could throw your King Tower back in the corner, and you could put both of your Archer Towers, or both of your Princess Towers right next to each other like this. That could be epic. Who really knows? But here's the thing about moving this up is, could Expos hit it? You know, like you got to keep that in mind. I think they should take the Expo out of the game. Everybody knows that. It doesn't really bother me anymore because I don't have as much like invested in this game because it's kind of been disappointing me for a little while. So that's just another thing that is just like, okay, whatever. But like being able to, even if you just brought them back like this and put them right next to each other, like, I just feel like there's so much really cool potential. And think about this. If you didn't like facing Expos and there was an Expo meta, you could pull all of your towers back like this. And then if there was an Expo meta, sorry, your Expo doesn't hit my tower anymore. You're going to have to choose something else. But if you face a Golem deck, you're screwed, you know? And so not only would there be an attacking meta, but there would also be a defense meta. So there would be certain base layouts that people, or certain tower layouts that people choose because they think that it would, because it's the best one. Just like in Clash of Clans. That's where it is. For me personally, I think that this would be a huge change. It wouldn't really mess with how troops interact because it would be as if the towers, if a tower was down. You know what I mean? So like this pathway would be as if this tower was down. So units would still just come down here and file in. And let's just say again that say they could spawn in here or something because of this tower's location, whatever it was. People could drop that off. But you have your towers that now help support each other better than ever. I think that'd be awesome. Obviously, like throwing in some sort of tower ability to where, let's just say this tower right here has a range boost on it. Okay, so it does less damage, but it can attack like this, but it does less damage. And then let's just say that this tower right here does less range. So let's say that its range is maybe even like this, but it does insane damage, like 3 times multiplier of the other one, but its range is 3 times less. Like, I just think that would be so freaking cool. So this is one of the biggest things that I think would absolutely change the game in a positive sense, would make it so much more like fun. There's more learning that has to be done. Like with Clan Wars 2, it's not really challenging your mind anymore, except for with PvE, and even so, that didn't even seem like that difficult to kind of learn. I feel like we want things to learn and develop and get good at things. And so, like, making new layouts would be a mental challenge and would be fun to think of how things interact, to think of, okay, if I build it like this, it's going to work really well against Logbait and Hog Cycle and maybe Expo. But the moment somebody brings Elixir Golem Healer, I'm freaking screwed. And it's just cool to think about that kind of stuff. And I think that it would be absolutely amazing. Now, obviously, there's some other things that I'll just briefly mention that I think would really, really add to the game. One of those is making it like a Super Mario Maker. I think this would be the most successful thing in the history of Clash Royale. And I mean that in the ultimate sense of where, let's say you would spend 5 gems to create a challenge that you had to beat yourself. Okay, so it couldn't be unbeatable. You had to beat it yourself in order to, like, publish it. Okay? This is just like Scissors Death Run in Fortnite, and all those sorts of things. I could create a challenge that you guys would have to beat. So I could decide the health of the towers. I could decide what spawns on what square and at what time. Okay, and all these, like, they could come up with a UI that, like, is really, really helpful. I could decide how much elixir you start with and how much elixir the defense starts with, if it even starts with it. So it'd almost be like a trainer, you know, how that comes in. Like, it's already in the game, and the fact that the trainer spawns things. And you would have to figure out how to defend or attack against what I was doing. And it will be huge on YouTube, which, let's be honest, if people see stuff on YouTube that they like, then they're going to play the game more. Like, one of the reasons Clash Royale was so big is because it was a good game, but also because of me and Nick and Pat and Ash and everybody who was playing and posting and coming up with fun challenges and things to do. Like, just like with Ninja and Fortnite. Ninja wouldn't have been as big if it wasn't for Fortnite, but Fortnite wouldn't have been as big if it wasn't for Ninja. Same with Clash Royale. Clash Royale would not have been as big as it was without me and Nick and Pat and the other creators. But we wouldn't have grown as much as we did without the game. It's a relationship. And coming up with something like this would build that relationship up again to where people would want to challenge their friends at school with their thing, and see, like, the possibilities are insane, and I feel like it's already built into the game, and it would be such a big update, and it wouldn't take that long to do, and it would 100% bring back millions of players if you could do that sort of thing. That, along with these towers, like, oh my gosh, I can't even begin to tell you guys the influx of players that we would have in the game. Fortnite got so competitive that an entirely other scene on YouTube of people just playing these creator maps blew up. People like Sunday, people like, what's his name? I don't know. The dude who used to play Pokemon Go and now plays this. It's insane. It's insane. And in my opinion, obviously I'm not a developer, but I see that there's Trainer Cheddar and he does things. I see that they create challenges. There's no way that it would be too difficult for this team to create. I think that would be the best thing ever in the history of Clash Royale if you could create challenges and there would be a leaderboard on the challenges. I could say, all right, guys, for just like kind of Ash kind of does this in the sense that he says, first person to beat 12 wins by doing X, Y, and Z gets a gift card. All of us creators could create our own challenges with our own tower locations, with all of this kind of stuff, and we would be able to give away stuff. Like, it's insane. It's literally insane. Like, I get so excited talking about it, but then so sad because I don't think that it's ever going to happen. I think that would be amazing. Again, you guys comment down below some things that you think would bring a lot of life back into Clash Royale. as the team mentioned, they said they feel like they missed the mark with this update. And I think that this would hit the nail on the head for the community, and a lot of people would really love it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. See you on the next one. Peace out.